Okay, awesome. So, hi guys, this is Yash Dahankar. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Acnologer. And today we have a really special guest. We have Pramod from P Square Capital and Fukushima from BRC20.io. And today is really interesting topic that we are going to discuss, which is BRC20 tokens and Ordinals NFT. So recently we have seen a crazy hype on what's happening around Bitcoin blockchain. People have been the Ordinals protocol came, so we started minting NFTs on Bitcoin, and then again now a few weeks back we have this BRC20 token. So this is really interesting, and we wanted to discuss this. Our team wants to discuss this topic, and we have some really interesting people here. And coming back, so we keep at Acknowledger, we keep this podcast every Wednesday, same time, which is 3 p.m. UTC, 9 p.m. IST. And we have been doing this since January first week this year, and we have taken a pledge to do it the whole year. We have been successfully doing it, and all the three founders, any one of us is always there to talk about. We have been doing it consistently, and it's the best way to connect with the community. And Acknowledger being a Web3 company, we are one of the Web3 metaverse leader in terms of searching of the assets and search functionality. We have created an engine where we already have an ecosystem of 150 plus companies, 100 plus metaverses and games, and this is the way where we connect with the community directly. So if you put comments on any of the platforms, we will be able to see it and we'll try to answer it. So we'll start this discussion now. So I think Pramod, you can quickly introduce yourself. He's the managing partner of P Square Capital. So you can quickly introduce, then we can go to the next guest. Yes, thank you.
Thanks for the introduction, Yash. So, guys, this is Pramod here from Pisco Capital. So, I'm one of the co-founder and CEO at Pisco Capital. So, we are a venture capital based in India and Dubai. So, we are active in blockchain space, Web3 space from 2017. So, we have invested in over 100 plus projects right now, and we are major investor in infrastructure project in Web3, and we are also investors in gaming as well as metaverse project. And right now we are exploring the. I think everyone knows the boom which has come on the Bitcoin, and I think there are talks about having smart contract and even DeFi on Bitcoin. So right now we are exploring that space. Yeah, that's from me.
Yes, thanks Pramod for the introduction. Fukushima, you can quickly tell about yourself. So he's basically the founder of BRC20.io. We have been using it like quite a lot, and I really felt this is a really cool tool that he has created in such a short span. So I think you can just quickly tell us about the BRC20, what it is, and what's the vision that you have with the product.
Yes, so okay, nice to meet you. I found the BRC20 IO. Yeah, it's a tool for BRC20 tokens. It shows the prices and charts and market cap. And yeah, I found it 3 months ago, something like this. It was started, and right now we have about 400,000 views every day, and yeah, many users, many people.
And how you came up with this idea? What was the thought process about this BRC20, and what compelled you to proceed and start building this?
Yeah, so I saw about, I started to read about ordinals, that it's a kind of NFT for Bitcoin, and it started on February, and I started to read about it, and it was very interesting. And then someone and people started to talk about the tokens, about tokens on that's created with ordinals. They call it BRC20, And I thought that it's very cool, and I decided to to start to develop something. And so I decided to develop a website for to show the market caps of the tokens, and it became a very popular.
And like how it got, like you created on your own, everything on your own, and it just exploded. How you like, or you did any particular marketing effort? Because a lot of people are searching about BRC20, and your website also comes first, as the name says.
Yeah. So yeah, we were the first. We were the first one to do it, because Coin Market Cap didn't show any details about BRC20, and so we were the first website to do it.
Got it. Quite interesting. And okay, let's talk about the topics which we have. We can first talk about Ordinals NFT. Any one of you can take this, and then we'll also understand
Yeah,
what is BRC20 token and how it's different. So I think, Pramod, you want to go ahead, like, with what is
yeah,
Ordinals
yeah. I can
NFT, if you can
start.
explain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's start with ordinal NFTs. I think for the audience who are not familiar with what is an ordinal NFT, and if you want to get into the NFTs and how the user can look for it, how they can get involved. So, for the history of it, the Ordinals protocol was launched in January this year. So, by a software engineer by the name Casey Rodam. So he designed the ordinal protocol, and that protocol allows you to inscribe digital artifacts like images, text, programs, and even video games directly to the Bitcoin blockchain. In other words, ordinals means NFTs on Bitcoin. But what does inscribing really means? So, as everyone knows, each Bitcoin is broken into 100 million units called Satoshi or Sats. Now, the new ordinal protocol allows people who operate Bitcoin nodes to inscribe each SAT with data, creating something called ordinal. And that data inscribed on Bitcoin can include smart contract, which in turn enables NFTs. So, in rough terms, ordinals are NFTs you can mint directly onto the Bitcoin blockchain. But how are these NFTs different from the Ethereum blockchain NFTs? Now, NFTs on Ethereum blockchain often store data off chain in decentralized systems like IPFS, which can be changed using dynamic metadata. So, later on, some NFT projects update the metadata of individual NFTs to improve the image quality. So, that's how when you click the refresh metadata button on OpenSea to get the new higher quality image. So the ability to change NFT's metadata contradicts with what Rod Armour, the original inventor of the protocol, he was trying to improve when he created the ordinal protocol. So in his point of view or vision, so NFTs are incomplete because many require off-chain data. So on other hand, ordinals are complete in that all the data is inscribed directly on chain. That's why Rod Armour refers to them as digital artifacts, not Bitcoin NFTs. And moreover, NFTs often have creator royalties attached to them, whereas digital artifacts do not. So Bitcoin NFTs don't have royalties attached to them. Once you mint all of the NFTs, the creator can never earn royalties on it. So all the NFTs are owned by the community. So ordinals on Bitcoin may not only signal a cultural change for Bitcoin, they may actually be a technical improvement on NFTs. So this is the origin story of ordinals. So this has caused a lot of drama in the Bitcoin community. Some Bitcoin maxis are calling ordinals an attack on Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin maxis, Bitcoin is an identity. On one hand, it's a means of protecting savings and fighting inflation. But on the other hand, it's a political statement. It means to instantly transfer money to anyone cheaply and without permission. To them, Bitcoin is a middle finger to the Federal Reserve, the government, and every bank in the world. So that's about the origin of the ordinal protocol. Means if Fukushima wants to lead on this, he can.
Yeah. I
Yes.
just want to Yeah, you can go ahead, Fukushima, and then I'll ask. I have one question.
Yeah, ordinals are the kind of NFTs on Bitcoin Bitcoin blockchain, and it's it started with the JPEG files, and after like people started to upload many kind of files like text files, and then became BRC20. That it's a kind of a protocol on that created on text files on the Bitcoin blockchain.
Yeah, means
Got
see,
it.
it's funny that Bitcoin data gets a use case for the first time in a long time. Actually, means it brings revenue
Right.
because of the ordinals, because of the congestion. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
congestion on the Bitcoin blockchain, it's bringing a revenue for the miners, and but people are complaining about the monkey pictures that are an attack on the chain. But I know the
Mhm.
maxis hate ordinals, yeah, but the ability to publish uncensorable information on the Bitcoin time chain
Mhm.
effectively makes speech uncensorable worldwide forever. It's like WikiLeaks on steroids.
Mhm.
Oh, awesome. And just one question. So, how this ordinals have been? How long the developer he has been developing this protocol, and then when it launched? Because I saw that since Feb it started picking up, and I think with the update on Segwit and Taproot, like Taproot wallets, I think it helped to build this. So,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
long
The
this journey
Taproot,
has been?
yeah, yeah. Taproot, the development of Taproot was the main boosting point for the this ordinal. So the KC Road Armor, he launched this protocol on January 21 this year. So it's been already been 4 months. This protocol is live. First, it was
Mhm.
NFTs on this protocol. Then just in I think when BRC20 was launched, I think it was just launched when it was launched.
I think
I think just
just 2 3 weeks
I think
back.
it was
Yeah,
launched
I
March,
think
on March. So it's been just 2 months,
Mhm.
2 months.
and yeah, we are seeing a lot of traction on Bitcoin because of ordinals and
Mhm.
so is ordinals and even the BRC is just still new, and there are a lot of opportunities which people are seeing to it right now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Fukushima, you can add like how your journey, like how you came up with this idea, and how are you fetching the data, how difficult it is on your real time because it gets, you need to update it every minute, and
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
how
It's very like you need to take. We take the get the data every minute, and like we go to the exchanges and marketplaces, and every time they are it's updating the server that to show the prices, the less prices and the less marketplace volumes, and yeah, it's a lot of data, and we are uh, we are working on it very very hard.
Yeah, so right now the biggest issue is the indexer. For BRC20, having the right indexer is a problem because the liquidity is fragmented because we have a lot of wallets right now. The Ordinal
Right,
wallets is
right.
there,
Yeah,
Unisat
yeah.
is
So
there, even Gate has many centralized exchanges are listed it. So getting the right price, getting the right, it's quite
mhm.
difficult, and the liquidity is quite fragmented right now in BRC20s.
Right, right. And in the beginning, it was much more difficult because there was no exchange, and there was no any
Hmm.
exchange, so it was very like west, like Wild West. So
Yeah, yeah.
all the people like we had to go to the discords and look on the price
Hmm.
the prices, and now it became more and more organized. Like now
Hmm.
the big exchanges come into the this area.
and is it one more question for both of you? How big do you think it will become? Like this BRC20 trend, do you think that it will keep continuously growing, like ERC narrative, or do you think there are a lot of hurdles? And do you think like companies like the SATs, which is building like
Stack.
an L2 on
Yeah.
Stacks is kind of building an L2. Do you think companies like this will emerge more and become more stronger, and this narrative will become stronger and stronger, or it will die after like few months? Both of you, this is like
No,
both
see,
of you can
for
take this.
me, yeah, for me, I don't think this is dying anytime soon. See, it's the innovation never dies. Innovation always improves, and Bitcoin, the innovation on Bitcoin has been dormant from many years, and I think after ordinals and after BRC20, we have ignited that spark in developers, which were trying to do, which were trying to get into Bitcoin, and which were trying to develop something on Bitcoin. And you see, Bitcoin as a technology is very innovative, and some people are thinking more than, see, some people are thinking to just for the just thinking is limited just for the global currency, but some people are thinking to innovate, take it one step further. Means people want to bring a DeFi on it. Means Interlayer, I think, is trying to bring a new protocol, BRC21, which will wrap the assets from Ethereum to Bitcoin, and which could bring a DeFi application on Bitcoin. So I think, yeah, the innovation will never stop, and I think this is not a backward step. It means we are taking one step ahead for the uh, uh, Bitcoin.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Any other insight that you have discovered, Fukushima, about this trend, and you how you came across this trend, and like do you think it's going, because you are the guy who is actually on the ground level, you are seeing how the volume is increasing, the traffic on the platform, the users. So
Yeah,
do you think it's going to slow down? Like, what's your take on that? Yeah.
yeah. So I think it will improve with the time, and every day I see new innovation and new people and new technologies. So I guess that it will grow with the time.
Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I think so both of you are
Yeah, I
like
think
bullish on this. Yeah.
yeah, I think what I think people who are involved with ordinals are trying to make is whatever the Bitcoin protocol allows us to do, we are going to do it. Even if something is potentially damaging, then by doing it, we are going to learn what the issues are, and then if we need to, then we will fix them. I think it's
Hmm.
not possible to have a software that is completely perfect, and I think that a much better approach to life and Bitcoin as well is that failures and mistakes are going to happen, and they should be embraced, because that's how you correct your path, and that's how the progress is made in all fields.
Got it. And also, anything, because even I came across this recently. I've been like crazy. Yesterday, I minted, deployed few BRC20 tokens, like just and got some ordinals and started like going deeper. I already minted, but I think I was a little bit late that time. People were telling me about this in Feb. I minted like what around more than I think 130K, which what was your first? This is out of like nowhere, but what was your first ordinals NFT, and do you buy it, or you're yet to mint? Like, what do you advise people to like at least try and get some ordinals? Because I think you are saying, as Pramod you mentioned, that it's not just
Hmm.
like a NFT; it's an artifact, and it's going to be there in a Bitcoin blockchain for a very long time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think people should get involved, even if you don't have capacity to buy, if you don't have money to spend, at least get involved, create a Unisat wallet, monitor the what people are doing, monitor what people are buying or selling, what new developments are happening. If you're not early to ordinary NFTs, if you're not early to this BRC20 tokens, then you're not late at all. There are many new things are happening in the space, and if you're lucky, you'll be early to something. So don't give up and don't think about what has already happened. If you missed on BRC20, you haven't missed anything at all. We are just at 2 or 3% of Bitcoin ordinals or this ordinal protocol, what or the developments which are going to happen on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think we are just starting now, and So nobody's late, and everybody has an opportunity, equal opportunity now.
Got it.
Mhm.
And thanks. Also, one more interesting thing, any other tech stack or any other technology that you guys think is still not in the mainstream or people are not talking about it? It can be around BRC20 or it can be outside that zone also. But have you guys came across with any of this other new tech stack which is still underrated and it will kind of will have a lot of traction in coming time? Yeah.
Mhm. I think we see now more and more people get inside the this area, and maybe more companies and brands. Uh, so I think bigger and bigger brands will come in and will take part of this new area, and so it really improved the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think the point is correct. The features on bitcoins are improving, and as you know, most of the institutions or most of the companies all over the world even are holding bitcoin. Even Tesla is holding bitcoin, it's not holding Ethereum. And if you give an utility other than just holding it, I think that could improve a lot of scope for the bitcoin. If these companies could do other than holding for the bitcoin, if let's say we have NFTs on Ethereum, and brands could display or brands could do marketing via NFTs on Ethereum, or brands could create their communities on Ethereum via NFTs. I think we have a good chance that that happens on Bitcoin as well. And most of the companies who are holding Bitcoins, they could utilize this feature and they could expand their horizon than just holding the Bitcoin. So most of the more of the companies could be get involved in the Bitcoin space. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think yeah, I think we'll see some more interesting stacks coming and people coming. I think one of the big problem is smart contract on uh, Bitcoin. I think there are a few companies who are already working it, and you mentioned one interstate, right? Like what's the name
Yeah,
again?
Yeah, Interlay is one of the
Interlink.
company which they have proposed a protocol. They are the BRC21, which could wrap assets from Ethereum on Bitcoin, and you could use those assets as a DeFi on Bitcoin. So yeah, so that's in proposal, that is not implemented. So that is still an experiment. So we don't know if it will happen or Bitcoin community will embrace that. But yeah, the opportunity is there. If it's one door opens, many doors will open. Many more people will come and they will try to implement their ideas. Yeah, and this could explode, real explode.
Yeah, I think if we can have like a DeFi on Bitcoin, that will be the
Yeah,
game changer. Then literally we'll
yeah,
be able to
definitely.
create banks that will actually disrupt. Whereas people are still skeptical on Ethereum, we still like the crypto Web3 folk. We use it, but still, I think it will be massive. DeFi on Bitcoin, that will be massive. The narrative, and companies, corporates, and I think the ETFs. If the moment ETF enters, the that will be game changer for the whole Bitcoin narrative.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Great. And coming to this NFTs, do you think like how this BRC20, if any one of you can answer this, how this BRC20 is different than ERC20 for the audience? Like, because a lot of people are thinking that it's the same, but can you highlight some major differences that are there in the BRC20 as well as ERC20 tokens?
I think it's different. ERC20 is uh, on Ethereum, and it's mainly with the smart contracts. And BRC20 right now it's on Bitcoin first of all, and second, there are no smart contracts right now for BRC20. So this is the major difference.
Yeah, I think see, BRC20 token and ERC20 token. Ideally, there is no similarity between these two other than the similarity of the name. There is no similarity between technology or the standard. I think it's just the play of words for the marketing. So people will get attached, or people will feel identical to ERC20, and people will start comparing these tokens with the total market cap of ERC20. And other than that, I don't think there is any similarity. Just there is no similarity. And just like ERC20 tokens are smart contracts, BRC20 tokens are, means they are a JSON data. They are ordinal inscription, which are JSON data, and they can be used to deploy token contracts, mint tokens, or and transfer tokens. So I think other than the name, there is no similarity between ERC and BRC. I think it's just marketing play.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I think agree. Really, one important factor to remember for the audience is there's no smart contract on BRC20 yet. We might see like different standard or like someone or any upgrade on the technology, because even initially the ERC20 standard was also like this. Later, people improved it. And I think we saw a lot of other factors like 721 came. Now I think there's one more 65531, some new ERC standard came, which for NFT, which is really interesting. So
Yeah.
totally agree. And along with that, for as a user, because I see that there's not much content available. So what do you guys think is the best way? Because you guys are know a lot how you started. So what are the best resources to refer to while learning more about this BRC20 ordinals NFTs, or any people to follow who knows like a lot about this?
I think also, first of all, you can go to BRC20 IO, and you can see all the data, all the tokens. You can explore. Also, in Twitter, all the groups that talking about ordinals. So many of them talk also about BRC20, and Domo, that was the creator of the BRC20. And in Twitter, there is the main place.
Yeah,
Got
see,
it.
for wallets, see, if a user wants to hold these BRC20 tokens or this ordinal NFTs, you can either use ordinal wallets. They have website ordinalwallets.com. You can create a wallet. So it's a web browser based wallet. It's not a, so hardware wallet support is not there. And else you can create a Unisat wallet. It's a Chrome extension. You can create a wallet. You can hold your BRC20 tokens there. And for the reference of tokens, you can go to brc20.io. There are a list of all the BRC20 tokens, and you can check out the price. You can check out the market cap, and what all the markets are there where the token is listed. And for the people, there are a lot of people you can follow on Twitter. Domo Data is the creator of the BRC20. You can follow him. And there are people, the ordinal wallets, Unisat, all those the creators of these wallets. You can follow these people. See, the content is not there right now. There are very few people who are actively following this BRC20 and ordinals. So there
Right.
is a small subset of group of people who you can follow, and you can stay updated.
Yeah, and also Unisat,
Yeah.
and ordinalswallet.com, and yeah.
Got it. I think yeah, and it's pretty easy if you guys like are well versed with the RC20 on NFTs. For you, it will be really easy, hands-on. Like those who have not tried it yet, go ahead, go on this website, watch some videos on YouTube. It's really easy. And I think I came across something really interesting when I was researching yesterday. Some companies are launching launch pads for BRC20 tokens. So that will be
Yeah.
really cool. And I think BRC20, I think you can also, if do you have any tokens, by the way, Fukushima, for your website yet?
Yeah, I have some.
No, like your own native token for your website, like you have or no plans?
not yet, but maybe in the future we will launch some token.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I think there are few launch pads coming up for who are going to kind of launch the BRC20 tokens. So that will be really interesting to see. I think next few months will be running around that, and we are also thinking of integrating this BRC like the Bitcoin Ordinals NFTs on Dodas and our acknowledger platform. So exploring more and learning from the experts. Anything else that you guys, before I end this, anything else you guys want to add to this session for or the audience, or you want to talk about your product? Anything, just last few words before we end this podcast.
Mm, I think we need more people, to think and think about new and innovate. More
Yeah,
developers that go into the area and innovate and develop.
yeah,
Absolutely,
I think yeah,
totally
we
agree.
need more people to get involved in the space and experiment. And even if you fail, you keep doing it, because where you fail, someone else will start and succeed. So everyone will be successful. And I feel like for the Bitcoin community in last 2 or 3 years, the community has been very dismissive of everything that's been happening in crypto. I think that's wrong. I think it's very different from what Bitcoin culture used to be. Bitcoin culture used to be very open, very experimental. People were interested in trying things that were never tried before, even if they didn't know if it was going to work out or not. So I think people should start taking Bitcoin ecosystem seriously and start. If you are learning Solidity and if you're just exclusively focused on Ethereum, you should also start focusing on Bitcoin as well. I think if you are late to the Ethereum party, you are not late to the Bitcoin party still.
Yeah, the party is just starting, and I think, as I told you,
Yeah.
launch pads are coming up, and I think the DeFi on Bitcoin will be mind blowing. I'm really excited to see what will come next, and I think even some people, the best resources again, follow Twitter, Telegram, YouTube. YouTube is a really good place to
Mhm.
watch all the videos, and even to see what's happening in the BRC20.io. Definitely visit it. And I wanted to I think I just forgot, like I wanted to say something really interesting. And I think the trend is just starting, and we'll see some beautiful projects coming up, and those who are already building on this will see more traction.
Yeah,
So yes,
definitely.
and yeah. Awesome. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining today. Thanks, Pramod, and thanks, Fukushima, for joining today. Really learned something cool. And I've been
Mhm.
like going crazy, spending a lot of time around this, talking with a lot of experts like you to learn more
Mhm.
about the space. And I think it will help all the audience as well to know what's happening.
Hmm.
And on this note, I will end it. I'll just, before I end it, we keep this podcast every Wednesday, 3 p.m. UTC, and we have been doing it consistently from the Jan first week. And every week we invite some really cool, interesting speakers to talk about topics related to metaverse, NFTs, games. And today we have been talking about something which is really trending, which is BRC20 tokens and ordinal NFTs. So thanks for joining again. We'll see you again in the
Mhm.
next week. And on this note, I will end this. And thanks a lot to all our guests and the speakers for joining. On this
Thank
note,
you.
I'll